Perfect. So Pinewoods, just gotta remember it's 1.5, I think, movement factors per hex. I think that was the only special thing about it.
Yeah, and I think Partisans only pay 1 movement factor for woods, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Partisans are cool like that. Alright. Well, as well get this rolling. If I zoom in, damn. Weather, no change, damn. Rally phase, I have nothing to do. I don't know if you do or not.
Nope.
Alright. So, no rally, can't prep. So, straight into movement phase. So, we're going to do these guys off board first on the eastern side. They're going to go into P4 for 1.
Okay.
O5 for 2. N4 for 3. M4 for 4. L3 for 5. K3 for 6.
Sounds good.
The unit here is going to go normal move, I-10 for 1.
Okay.
I-9 for 2.
All right.
3.
Okay.
And 4 into H7.
Got it.
You know what? 5 into I7.
So late CX?
No.
Okay.
6.
All right. If that's a normal move, then you're on concealed. And we will fire at you when you get there.
Okay.
So 6, does the path affect anything?
Let's check. I have a feeling like path isn't like road, so you still get the bonus for the TEM.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I feel like as well, but I've been surprised before, so.
Path allows entry into a hex, cost of 1. Otherwise, path has no other effect on a hex. Inside the wood contours, yada yada. Yeah, so I still get the TEM. It's not assault movement, so it's a 6 flat.
But on the IIFT. So that's a 4. 6 on 4 is a normal round check.
Of course.
You're getting them out of the way early, at least.
Yeah, double 11s. So break. Where's my? Oh wow, is that new? Huh. I'm not used to it tossing the heat of battle stuff on top. It used to be in the middle. So these guys stripe, and that guy I believe has to take a wound check. Let's see here. Right. Instead, do I have to check for severity, or is it not yet? So severity, he's fine, but he's still an 8-1.
Why is he a 7-2 now?
So he ELR'd because it was it's over my 3. So he becomes an 8+1 instead of an 8-0. And then because he's wounded, you add another +1, and the morale goes down by 1.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I was
Yeah,
like,
nice.
okay, that seems like a long way, but all right.
This unit moves off board into N10 as a normal move.
Okay.
2.5,
All right.
and then 4 into there.
All right.
This unit is going to go into G10 for 1,
Okay.
2, 3, and 4 into G7.
Sounds good.
They then uh, dismount. This guy does not need to be concealed anymore. So that was 4. So it's 1 to get off as well. So they have 2 movement factors left.
Okay.
So they will uh, go there into F6 for 3.5. This unit is going to go into A10 for 1, A9 for 2, and A8 for 3.
All right.
And then this guy will go B10 for 1, B9 for 2, B8 for 3, C8 for 4. Dismounts. So they have 2 left, and then go into C7 for 3.5.
All right.
And I think that's it. Defensive fire.
None.
None. Okay.
Well, let me back that up. Yeah, sure. These guys will final fire.
Okay.
That was weird.
I think it's because you had bow selected.
Yeah, that's weird, but yeah, okay. Vassal.
So it's 3 up 1.
3, 1, yep. Nothing.
All right. Advanced fire phase. I'm gonna have the 226 is going to attempt to shoot. Leader's gonna direct, but he won't add his +2, thankfully. So it's a 2 up 1. That's a miss. Am I allowed to do that in? I have to remember if I'm allowed in. No, okay. So can't do that there. They're not going to shoot. They can't shoot. They can't shoot. All right. Route phase, nothing to route. So advance phase. These guys are. Sure, they'll jump in. And M9 will go into that group.
Okay.
K3 will advance. What's it? Those aren't good prospects. They'll go to K2.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I fucking forgot again. God damn it. C7 goes to D6. And F6 will stay where they are. A8 will go to A7. And that's it for them. Alright, CC phase. Now, I have to double check this because I'm not sure if you have to include on the ambush roll the leader's modifier. I think you can skip it.
Do you want to do that one first, or do you want to do this one first?
I figure we'll do K7 first, just since they're known.
All
right. I'll just roll my dice now. Then we'll. So I don't have stealthy. My guys are conscripts, so they'll be lax for sure. I just have to. I think it's mandatory leadership. Mandatory leadership. Or ambush. Okay, yeah, so counts during ambush no matter what.
Yeah, these guys are partisans, so they're
Yeah, so you get a -1. Yeah, so that'll be an ambush for you. So you can either withdraw, attack, or the.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. It's going to be a 1-to-1.
Yep. 1-to-1 with the -1. If you attack the entire group, anyways. If you attack the squad, it'll be 3-on-2, and the leader will be a 3-to-1. Although I guess technically you can't choose the leader since I would be attacking with them.
Yeah, yeah, I mean it's going to be. I think it's a 1-to-1 no matter what, because you've got 3 defensive points. So yeah. Oh, decisions. Sure, we'll try and cause some casualties, and we do.
All right. And then there, ambush 6. So I get ambushed.
Withdraw.
They'll withdraw. All right. All right. Your turn.
No other change. I don't think there's any routing or rallying.
Nope.
I have no reinforcements, so that doesn't matter. Prep fire. No prep fire.
All right.
One.
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay.
4.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for movement.
Okay. All right. So I have to. I feel like the last time I did this, I wasn't concealed, so I have to refresh my memory here. Exception. I think it counts for loss. So the crew over in A7 will undm the MMG.
Okay.
That counts as an action. Hmm. You know what? Sure. N8 will declare an attack on the adjacent guy in M8. They'll do the smart thing, and remember they have Molotovs, which I always forget. So it is a 3 to 6, then halved because they're concealed, so 3. And Molotovs, I believe, should add a straight 4. I don't think Molotovs are modified. Let's double check. Oops. Nothing about concealed. So using Molotov in a point blank fire entitles the fire to add 4 firepower to attack, even if it occurs as part of final fire point blank fire. 4 bonus is always added after any modification, i.e., it is not subject to modification. Alright. In order to have Molotov to be in use, I need to roll a single die. 1 to 3, they have it. It's a +1 DRM. If it's a half squad or SMC, not the case. They aren't CX, so there's no +1 there. It is versus non-AFV, so I guess they don't have it. Really? Why are there so many pluses to that? That's dumb. Molotov check. Can't be made, yada yada. Alright, well, they don't have it because there's 6 pluses to it, so.
What? Why?
Because it's versus a non-AFV, so it counts as a +1, which I don't know. That one I don't agree with, but regardless, that
Nope.
is a 4 on 3. Oops, IFT. 4 on 3, 1 MC, and that was my sand, so can't activate.
That is a dummy.
All right. Is there anything else?
This guy should have been concealed at the end of my turn.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
It's all right. I forgot.
Well, it's end of your turn. We're not there yet, so.
Oh, right. Duh. I'm sorry. Moving along, big man. I'm
No,
sorry.
I know the feeling. I was pretty zonked out like 2 3 hours ago. Um, is there anything? I don't think there's anything else I can do or shoot anyways. So, advanced fire phase. Do you want to kindle any of your buildings?
CA change cause loss of concealment.
uh, I believe so, yes. Um, First things first, gotta check to see if it's in concealment terrain or not, and in LOS, because that'll be the definite things. Um, what's attempting to change cover arc? Or at least where? Uh, Building?
It's in
Uh,
concealment terrain.
yeah. I have to do an LOS check to see if I see it. Um, so I can see the building. Now it's concealment terrain.
D
Uh,
applies. It's changing a CA.
Fires, if it's. Where is the save for CA? I'm missing it.
Under case D.
Oh, D. Sorry, I was looking at G. Uh, right. Yeah. So you'd lose concealment if you do.
None of the crew is belly in the main infantry. Okay. Sorry, I misclicked there.
Mm. Hmm.
It can't fire. I'm not. It's just using that to change
Yeah.
CA. That's it.
Right. No routes.
Route. Advance phase.
Hmm.
That's it.
All right.
No CC. End of my turn. He gets concealment.
Foot goes over there. Weather, no change. Hmm.
Are your reinforcements entering?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. God, I'm really not liking this map. Uh, sure. I'll have him come on board. Need to do this. Alright, so I will do I think that should be fine. Rally phase, no rallies. Prep fire. I'm gonna have the N8 guys will attempt to kindle. Kindling goes essentially the fire rules. So I need to roll above the value of the fire for that particular hex, I believe. Flame has started. The unit is able to make a DR above the kindling number of the terrain. After modifications for environmental conditions, leadership modifiers.
So you need a 7.
I get a +2 for Molotovs as well. And I don't need to check for Molotovs. I just get an automatic.
We
Oh wait,
modify
ascertain.
expire.
Wait, really? You also have to do a Molotov check for that? God, that's so. Then I think I know why I don't do Molotovs anymore, or all that often. So Molotov check, they don't get Molotovs because, of course,
All these guys apparently forgot all
it's
this
it's
other
like,
rags.
God, it's the dumbest thing. I so hate Molotov availability. Like if I have it, I should have it. It shouldn't be like I don't know. I have problems with that.
I mean, I feel like it should be like a one-use thing, like a DC. You know, you commit the Molotovs, you get the +4, and that's it. But you kindle it.
Nope. That is the entire opposite number I wanted. It's above, not under. So I just so my problem with the Molotovs is that you're you're basically saying that these guys are too scared to throw Molotovs at other people. It's basically like it's like they're refraining from wasting Molotovs or whatever. But that shouldn't be how it works. I think that's just kind of silly. But oh shit.
I mean, I guess you could look at it as not they're too scared to throw, but that their throws were ineffective. Maybe that's the other way I could see it. Like it's not like we we just don't use it for whatever reason. It's we threw it in the wrong place or committed it too early or whatever.
I would only agree if it meant I could create flames in places, but I can't. So
Like I say, I feel like it should be like a one use thing. I mean, it's not like these dudes are carrying around like
bags and bags of them. Yeah,
exactly. You know?
it's kind of like so I think in Advanced Squad Leader Classic, so technically just Squad Leader, there used to be a you'd have a Panzerfaust counters, and how it would work is only units with the Panzerfaust counter would be able to use Panzerfaust because like to represent the fact that they're one-time use and all that. Um, and you would also had I think a change in Advanced Squad Leader instead of giving specific counters for them, they gave you a limited number of them. So in like a scenario in like 1944 or whatever, you get one for every three squads you have. There's a number for it, but anyways. Um, so anyways, yeah, the Molotovs don't work. The MMG will shoot at your infantry gun. So it's a 4 up 2. So 4 up 3 cower or doesn't cower, but that's gonna be nothing anyways. No rate either. Movement phase. This stack off board is going to go to I-10 for 1, I-9 for 2, H-8 for 3, H-7 for 4, and then H-6 for 5.5. And then these guys will go G10, G9, G8, G7 for 4.
Sounds good.
Um, D6 assault moves to D5, and or sorry, not sure if you want to shoot or not.
Yes, they will shoot.
All right.
So it's 6 up 1.
3 up 1. They're concealed.
All right.
Cool. Anything else?
Not right now.
Okay. F6 to E6 assault move.
Okay.
Up top, going to have one unit splits off from the group. They go to J2 for 1.
Okay.
I2 for 3, or 2.5, sorry.
All right.
And then the other guys go to J1. I don't think that's technically the route of the path, so I'm 1.5. And then 2.5 to get to I1.
Okay.
And that's it. Defensive fire.
37 millimeter will fire back at the machine gun.
Okay.
Range is 6. It's just the +1 from the woods.
Should be, yeah. I guess technically, do the wagons, like if you got a wagon in D3, does that add a +1 to hindrance? I don't think they do since it's horses, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Hindrance. Doesn't look like it. Horse-drawn transport considered vehicular in nature except that it expends. D2, no. Vehicle. No, I don't think they do. Because it just says hindrance LOS, says AFV, and then wreck. But wagons are neither AFVs and they don't leave wrecks, so.
Okay. So it's just up 1.
Yeah.
And that is a miss, I believe. Yep. 8 or less. But we get acquisition.
Oops.
Is that not letting me put it at the bottom? Did I delete that?
I think it's because there we go. I think it's because my guys were technically off board. There.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's one of those weird, like, you happen to be on the edge of the board, so if you're off by a millimeter, it makes it weird.
We'll defensive fire on the we'll final fire on these guys on the 1.5, I believe.
The D4 guys will be halved twice, so it's not even one.
Well, it's doubled and then halved in half, right? Because if I'm firing at the
Oh
edge,
yeah. So 6, 3, 1.5. Yeah,
one and
up
a half, up
one.
one. Nothing. And I think that's it for my fires at this point. So over to you.
Well, I don't want to get rid of my concealment, so I won't. No routes. Advanced phase. We will do. Oh, I gotta clone this. So one half of H6 goes to G6, the other half goes to H5. And then the stack in G7 goes to F6. These guys should not be concealed.
I'm actually pretty sure you can see those guys.
Yeah, since they're revealed per fortification rules or whatever.
They're pillboxes, so yeah, basically, if you can
Yeah.
get line of sight on them, then they're revealed. So yeah.
I2 goes to H2. I1 goes to H1. I should take my prep fires off. The MMG in A7 will assault or advance to B7. The guys in N8 will stay where they are. E6 goes into E5, and D5 will attempt some CC in the trenches adjacent. All right. CC. We'll do D4 first. No ambush. So it's a 1-to-1. Hand-to-hand is...
in effect, unless the Japanese get it as a special rule, right? I don't think hand-to-hand is an effect.
So yeah, I'm not sure if it applies. Because usually it's a date thing, and if it's invoked earlier than World War II or whatever, it's
Only, yeah.
it's usually marked.
Yeah, I don't see anything about it, so that's why the only thing I was thinking was, do the Japanese have some sort of wacky special rule?
Whenever one or more in the attacker CC melee or ambushes in CC melee, that CC automatically becomes hand to hand unless every such. Oh, so it's automatic. So what am I thinking of then where it's by date? Hmm. I'm going to assume that hand to hand isn't just because there's no SSR for it. And prior we saw SSRs. It's like why put SSRs in previous scenarios if it wasn't default?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so 1-to-1. 5. So
those guys are partisans, so I think I get a -1. Stealthy.
So on the ambush roll, yeah, you'll get a -1. I'm not CX lax or anything like that. I was concealed, so I did get a -2, but it there's no ambush. There's no modifiers as far as I can tell, so I think I just have a casualty reduction on your guy. Let's see. think that's it. All right. So that turns into a melee. And then over here, all right, well, there's no ambush whatsoever. Oops. Cool. Just double check. Uh, I think I have to reveal at least that it's a real unit, so it's a 347. Because you would have to know the factors, I believe. Either way,
Yeah, yep, good.
so that's it. Russian turn 2.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything going on in rally phase except for weather.
Dang.
Prep fire. Ooh.
It's wild. It's like, oh man, I do remember what the call out is for snipers. It's so nice having it tracked automatically.
Like if it was a little more obvious, like if it was down in the play area, maybe like there's a pair of dice or something like that that rolled where you could see it, that would be a little more helpful. But yeah, that was a real pain in the ass.
Wait, do you have yours? You have yours pop up only in the chat? Your dice?
Yes.
Oh, because you can have that show up on the play area. It's dice over the map, but where's the button for it? It's weird. It's in the preferences, but it's like I forget if it's personal. No, where is it? Oh, chat window. Show dice stats after each dice roll. Do I want to click this? Because you can do dice over a map, and I'm just trying to remember where is the button for it. Oh my god, why can't I see this? I know it exists. I have it. Oh right. It's the left button. So you know the Herman the German guy? He's tossing the grenade top left.
Yeah.
So if you click on that, there's
Oh,
dice over the map toolbar, and then toolbar activation on off. And then if you want, just like roll like you can roll your weather again or whatever, and shows up in bottom left.
that's that's kind of spiffy.
Yeah, it's way easier. The only thing I kind of wish that someone would do the same thing, but for the two hits, to let you know if it was a turret or a hull hit. But I think it would get uh, a little confusing because you can also trigger snipers with those rolls. I think it's just too much for it to display. But yeah. Anyways, so the mystery of the dice has been resolved.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. Since my target up there has moved, the 37 millimeter in E3 will fire at E5.
Right.
Concealed is +2. Building is +2, so I think it's a net +4.
You get a -1 for range.
Net +3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no.
You don't get an acquisition if my guys are concealed. I learned that the hard way once.
These guys will unconceal and fire at this unit here.
Right.
So that's going to be a 2-1.
Mm-hmm. 5 on 2.
5-2, normal morale check.
Morale check. They pass.
Did not get rate, so the 37mm will also unconceal and fire at the same unit.
They'll have to change covered art.
Right, yes, they're out. But yes, they will do so.
Okay. So it's a +4. -1 for range, so +3.
But nothing.
And they will get hack.
He gets unconcealed by these guys.
Who in the what now?
I was just looking. I think the wagon in the back there got unconcealed by these guys. I'm just going to unconceal them because they're going to get unconcealed pretty quickly here, I think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I actually debated whether to bother concealing them or not, and I was like, eh.
I mean, the fact that they were out in the open is kind of like, all right. They're probably E2 is the only one I figured might be a gun.
No, my guys are suicidally aggressive, so.
Yeah, I like the idea of the wagons though. You put them in the same hex as the guns, and then like you have them shoot a turn or two, and then it's turn 5 where you can start pulling guys out. So you just like attach them and get out of there.
Fire.
Defensive fire. Um. Hmm. The MMG in B7 will shoot at the concealed guys in C4. So it'll be a 2-2. That's a nothing. Uh, the squad in H2 will return the favor to the gun in F2. So there's no. It's just a flat 3. That's a miss. I think technically +2 for the crew, but either way. Hmm.
I'll try kindling again on an 8.
Funny fact, you can't kindle except on your own prep fire phase. So this guy is going to be worthless for almost the rest of the game. Until I can kindle with him, he can't. I can't move him. Another reason why kindling is kind of dumb, and I don't quite get why you're not allowed in defensive fire phase. Hmm. Yeah, screw it. Uh, these guys are dropping concealment in order to fire group against G5. So it's a 12 firepower up 1. 7 on 12, 1 MC. Just so I can get rid of that. Oh, and I didn't add Molotovs, whatever. It's already a break, I'll take it.
That's technically an ELR, so I think he disrupts.
Mm-hmm. There's a thing about it. Partisans, unless they're immune, I always forget. Partisans have an ELR of 5 regardless of the ELR of non-allied partisans, blah, blah. Which means that they have an underscored, or is it just...
Oh, well, if that's the case, then no, I didn't ELR because I rolled an 11, so that's under.
Yeah, so you would have rolled 12, so you're fine. Barely, but you're fine. I have no other shots, so advanced fire phase.
It's fire routing. This guy surrenders.
They don't surrender via the route method, so they can. You should be allowed to route back to F4 since my guy in E5 actually. Hmm.
He's a known enemy unit, and I can see him. That's the problem.
So he's not a known enemy unit unless I drop concealment. Uh, Dropping concealment will make me more vulnerable, but I'll do it. So it'll be eliminated for failure to route. Risky, but I think I gotta take it.
And that's it for routing, I believe.
Yep. Take off. Oops.
Phase.
Offensive.
CC, melee time.
It's melee. It's
So
melee.
1 to 3 for me.
1 to 4, yeah. Because for whatever reason, 1 to 3 doesn't exist.
So that's a miss in all likelihood.
3 to 1, 9, yeah, miss. The bloodbath goes on.
And that's it.
Alright, turn 3, no change in weather. Damn. I have no rally actions to do, so prep fire. We will attempt to not get Molotovs once more. So let's try kindling 9. What is it for buildings? Wooden building might actually be 9. Fire.
Kindle number is 7 for a wooden building.
Uh, it's 8, unless I'm looking at burnable. No, yeah.
No, 8 is the spread number. Yeah, you're looking at stone building.
So wooden building 8. There is a -1 for the environmental conditions. I rolled a 9, I think it was. So I just
No, the kill number is 7 for a wooden building. It's 8 for a stone building. So wooden building base is 7. So you get a -1 for the moist, which drops you to an 8, which is still good. Do you have any other minuses?
where I'm sorry, I'm where because I'm unless it's I'm looking at the spreading fire table. Is that different from the kindling? Where's the
Well,
kindling?
the Kindle number is on the terrain table, right?
Oh God. Yeah, I always look at I always look at spreading fire. That's why. Put 7, 8 spread. Oh, okay. Right. So there's a
So
flame.
unless you get any other modifiers, that's you kindle successfully.
Yeah, no, I don't have any other modifiers. Where's the flame? Did I put in my smoke? That's where it is. Flame there. That counts as them doing stuff, so they can't move. Um, hmm. The MMG will shoot again at C4, so it's still 2 up 2. That breaks the MMG. Do I want to shoot? The squad in H2 will shoot at the infantry gun. So it's just 3 flat. I think that's still a miss. 6. Alright, so does the shield count? Gun shield. All to 18 infantry guns. If it's in the covered arc, which it is.
At best, it'd be a +1, right?
No, it's +2.
Oh. I don't think so because I think it's too small.
No, it says all 18 infantry guns. Unless there's a. Should check the notes just in case. But we've always been playing it with that. Um, Target has a choice of accepting either gun shield, DRM, or terrain. There's no terrain. IFT. All right. Yeah, so I think you're gonna get the +2. Russian.
Okay. In that case, that's a miss.
That is a 37 milliliter gun. Where the hell is that? It doesn't even have a note, really. It's weird because there's another infantry gun like below it, but it does not look like it has a gun shield. All right, so that is prep fired. Movement phase. E5 is going to attempt to assault move into F4.
There are units there, so they rebounced.
They get bounced. It still causes them. I just have to double check to see if it reveals everybody or just one. Might just be one.
Knowing ASL, it's going to be everybody.
I have a feeling like it won't, but I have to try and remember what the rule thing is for it.
weirdly, I feel like there should be a penalty for that. Like, I feel like you should get shot at for free or something ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you can't shoot at them. It's just
Yeah, but that, I've got literally something like 6 squads that are about to show up next door to me. So it's kind of like, we're going to just let this guy bump into him and, try and pull that fire.
all right. Concealment can also be lost due to attempted enemy movement into a concealed unit's location. When it attempts to move into a location containing a concealed unit during movement phase, the defender must immediately reveal at least one, so you don't have to reveal all of it. Thereby forcing the moving unit back to the last location it entered, where it loses concealment and ends its movement phase, unless it goes berserk first. So, like, you could even just reveal, like, if you had a leader in there, you could just do that. Yeah,
I did.
perfect. Um, all right, well, that would be silly for me to try to go in there. All right,
Go look up
where?
the demolition charge rules again.
Okay, so. Want to. Yeah, it's gonna have to be against that guy. All right, so uh, one unit in G6 will assault move into G5.
Okay.
The other one in G6 assault moves to F5.
Okay.
One unit in F6 will normal move to E6. I believe they have the drop concealment.
Yep.
So it's 1.5 to get there.
Uh-huh.
3.
Okay.
4.
Drop concealment with 1 unit. So it's going to be 6 down,
Down
2.
2. Yep.
So 4 on 6, which is 2 MC.
So they stripe. I'm gonna have another guy from E6, normal move to, from F6 to E6, normal move.
Okay.
Then goes to D5 for 3.
Okay.
And then into the open ground D4 for 4.
Will reveal 6 down 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? Technically, I can claim the wall, I think. So it's, let me double check. I'm pretty sure I can claim the wall. Crossing. A unit unable to claim in-hex TM of at least +1 must claim wall advantage as soon as possible, regardless of timing. Yeah, so I could have claimed it on the other guy, but whatever. I'll claim wall advantage.
Gives you what, a +1?
So, I just want to check to see if that removes open ground. And just be. Where's that other definition of open ground? Because it's done. Okay, that's different. Is it A10? Nope. Where is FFMO? Further -1 applies to units moving in the open, but whenever such movement is combined with another protective TM between the target and fire in the target location itself, the -1 does not apply. Really? Okay. So it's a flat 6 because it's non-assault movement. I don't really. Okay. 516 still 1 MC. Do my guys pin or not? Pretty sure they do.
I don't think you can get it. Hold on a sec.
Alright, you check to see. I'll just double check the pin real quick. Yeah, okay. I do get pinned. It's right. It's the single man counters that don't get pinned.
So I'm a little confused because the example under 9.321 says in part if the 467 first fires as the latter enters U3, so that's the clear hex adjacent, it may do so using FFMO and no wall TEM because versus an adjacent firer, the wall TEM does not apply to a unit entering hex if that firer qualifies for wall advantage, which my unit does.
So your guys are in the building, so they don't have.
Yes, they can.
You can't have both. Is the thing.
No, I can't. Yes, I know. I could claim I qualify for it. Not that I have claimed it, that I qualify for it. That's where I'm confused because qualified means that I could get it, not that I have claimed it.
What's the QA say? Gun for fine. If a unit is in the same location as a non-hit, non-prisoner enemy unit, which I don't think applies here because the guys in the trench would be a different location. Can it claim wall advantage over a hex site shared with an adjacent enemy unit if that enemy unit is not claiming wall advantage? Says no. If a unit in the same location as a non-blah enemy unit, can it ever claim as long as the enemy unit remains non-hidden, non-prisoner? Is it the same hex we're talking about? Oh, whatever. Yeah. I think it's going with your assertion. So
The weird part is, here's the part that it's really weirding me out, is I cannot see where that particular rule, the rule that says, you don't get the TEM if the firer qualifies for wall advantage versus an adjacent firer. So I'm not sure where that particular rule is. There's no rule reference or anything like that to kind of point you to it. So
mm, what was the? Hold on. You rolled a 5 on 6, yeah?
yeah.
Oh, so it wouldn't be 1M.
So it's either going to be a
Right,
1MC
right.
or a K2. Because it's either a 5 flat or a 3.
Right, right. Hmm. Cumulative. A target unit claiming wall advantage does not receive index TM, but receives wall blah. Whatever. Alright. Our half squad.
That's an excellent question for the Discord, by the way.
And they break, because fucking, as always. I'm sure there's an article about it, which is the thing. It probably exists for like 70 years, but I just don't, not 100% sure about it.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure about the way that I'm reading it. Like, it's literally only in that example that I can find. Like I said, I can't find a rule anywhere that says if you're adjacent, you don't get wall advantage if the other guy can claim it.
Because I was always under the impression that if you're in the building, you can't get the wall because you're claiming the building. So, like, how could you claim both at the same time was always weird.
You can't technically, and I'm not claiming wall advantage. That's the thing. That's why I think it's ambiguous. Because if the way the example's written, it just says all I have to do is be able to claim it, not that I am.
Yeah, but that's kind of like what I don't get is because as soon as you claim wall, then you wouldn't be in the building. So any fire, it'd be like saying, okay, well, my guys are in the wall to shoot at you, And then as soon as advanced fire, oh, my guys are back in the building, so I get +2 or +3 instead. It's kind of a weird thing.
Well, that's the thing. If I'm in a fortified building, I don't think I can get it. Like it's weird. Yeah, that's so. I mean, I'm perfectly willing to have that unit say, okay, that guy has wall advantage. He doesn't have the building. That's fine with me.
Yeah, I'm just
If that seems a little more fair to you, that's cool with me.
uh,
I mean, it's a
uh,
+2 either way. It's a wooden building, so it's not like there's a modifier in terms of the firepower.
I'm just looking up an example real quick.
So here, I'll throw a wall advantage on the guy that just fired, and we'll call it.
No, no, that's fine.
We'll say that they've been laying down outside the building, waiting for an attack.
It's 7 from the 336. The 447 assault moves to TD4. The 337 cannot claim since the 447. Okay. Okay. I'm. Because the 447 has wall advantage, he cannot claim in-hex TM versus any shot. Less than 5-3 is a clear LOS. Champions player drops wall advantage, so be eligible. Alright. I feel like I have a lot of reading to do or something in the future. Anyways, those guys they're broken and half squatted, so
Yeah, if you want to take the wall advantage from off, I dropped a wall advantage on one of my guys. Just to
it's fine. F6, the other guy will assault move to E6.
Okay.
And lastly, where is it? H5 is declaring a bonsai charge against the infantry gun in F2.
Okay.
So they go to H4 for 1.
All right.
H3 for 2.
Okay.
G3 for 3.
Okay, now we're gonna fire at you. Can guns like triple point blank fire? Because I'm assuming you get to move into my space.
Yeah, I'll move into the hex, but I don't think you can. I don't think there's triple point blank fire for. It becomes like in your own hex shooting, and it's weird. Um, is it?
Fire within hex.
Yeah.
J34, not okay.
C
L
5.5.
or an NA, point blank and foresight. I should have fired the machine gun the previous hex. Oh well. Okay, yeah, the gun will fire at you.
Okay.
I think you're in my CA. You're just doing normal movement, right?
Well, it's bonsai charge, so whatever. I don't think it gives any special properties. Because it's just like a human wave. or acts similar
All
to.
right. So I think that's going to be a -2 there, and then point blank is another -2. So I'm down 2, down 4. I mean,
I believe so. Yep.
so 4. That's a hit. So 37 millimeter is a 4. That's a 6 on 4. Normal morale check.
They both. Actually, does the leader? I don't think the leader can provide modifiers. Can he? That would be.
Well, it doesn't matter. They'd be pinned, so that's not an A.
Oh, right, pin in it. Yeah, yeah. Because if they're pinned, obviously it's different. They, I want them in a hex rather than outside of that.
So the question is, I think I only spent 1 movement factor to get in there, so I can only fire with 1 hex of them. Is that correct?
Any number of hexes can shoot, but they can only shoot the number of movement factors spent. So the infantry gun can't shoot again. Um,
All right, but then
despite
the machine gun will also fire.
yeah, they can shoot for sure.
So that's going to be an 8 down 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Normal
8
roll.
on 8 is, yeah, no.
The bottom guys are the squad stripes.
All right, come on in.
Hiya, banzai. Now I have to double check if because I think they only get to shoot in. Is it automatic CC or do they get to shoot? I think it's automatic CC. Gotta check. I always forget it's human wave. I gotta check. I always look at bonsai directly. If in a location containing a known enemy unit is marked with a CC counter as appropriate, cannot advance. Okay. So it just goes straight into CC, it seems. Human wave, free to move. They have morale increased by 1, lax. Yeah, oh, so they just go and it's straight that. And the bonsai flips over to lax.
Interesting, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's like the one thing that sucks is that they you go lax, so. Uh, is this only at the start? Oh, okay. All right. What's even visible right now? God, I hate this. I'm gonna take a chance. H1 will normal move to G1 for 2.
Okay.
3 into F0.
All right.
And then 4.5 to E1.
They'll unconceal and fire you when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 up 1, I believe.
6
no,
down 1.
6 down 1. Yeah.
God, I want you to get fucking higher rolls for Christ's sake.
So that is a 3 on 6, which is K2.
Random selection. Cool. Gotta be kidding me. I think that kills that guy outright. This guy becomes half squad. And breaks. I wish I could fucking roll low. Oh my god. Holy fucking Christ. That's it for moving phase.
All right, now we get to into the fun parts.
I disagree.
Well, it's going to get wacky, so I wouldn't put it out. Okay, the 37mm here is going to fire across the way.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is a net up 1.
Yeah.
So that is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
4 firepower. So 6 on 4 is a normal round.
Sure, this is when I get it. Heated battle. 7 is +4 for Japanese, so Berserk. Where's my Berserk? Why? That's another page. Goddamn. Berserk.
Well, okay. They will unconceal and fire at F5.
Okay.
So that's going to be 8 up 1.
Okay.
So that is a 4 on 8, which is a 2MC.
Stripes.
And your sniper.
Nope.
The leader will chuck his charge at G5.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's going to be up 3? Up 4.
Isn't it +2 for the one you're throwing in and +3 for yours?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was mixing things up. So wait.
No, I wasn't sure. I was going off memory. So yeah, +3 for my guy.
That's 8 on 30. Oh, I gotta roll to see if I do it first. Hold
on. You don't have to.
Okay.
Throwing DC, there's no way.
All right, so 8 on 30 is 3MC.
Stripes.
And let's see what I do to myself. This is up 4.
This is where you get to your 12.
No, it's up 5.
Yes.
No, 6. I'm sorry.
6.
Yeah.
So no 3 there.
That's what, 14?
Yeah, it's PTC. Heated battle, damn.
So squad pins.
I was unironically hoping you'd get a heated battle. Just have the leader go berserk.
So yay, I got to use my DC.
Do you have two or just one?
Just one.
Oh, damn.
I thought it was ironic that I picked the side that has the DC.
Japanese has DC. It's a choice though.
Yeah, I mean that kind of had it by default. That was just for amusement. All right, so that's them.
I think I forgot to do.
If machine guns get rate, they'd have to intensive, right?
No, if you get rate, then you can shoot again and again. I think. Uh, so if I remember correctly, if you get rate but you don't use it, and then you switch to another unit, you have to be marked with a final fire. I don't think you can abstain from that. I think that's only moving phase, but
Gotcha.
healthy to check anyways.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not gonna fire it. I'm terrified of breaking it.
Well, it's just because you haven't marked your infantry gun yet.
I have a feeling that this infantry gun is about to go belly up, which will be interesting.
No, I meant this one that shot in Berserk, my guy.
Oh, well, yes, that's that it is. Okay, these guys will fire at the striped unit there.
Okay.
So that is going to be 6. And I think you can claim wall advantage here because, well, no.
So yeah, I don't know.
So I think it's just going to be a 6 flat.
Well, so
Or can they? Do I have to fire with these guys? What?
no. So the C4, both those squads are shooting.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's it's 6, and from what we saw during the movement phase, I think I don't think they can claim wall advantage.
So yeah, just 6 flat. And I'll look and see the leader so he can direct me. Because I'm afraid. So 5 on 6 is a 1 MC.
And of course. What the fuck are my stats? I need to see what my stats are. There's no way that's 7.57. That's double that. There's no goddamn way. Ugh.
I, on the other hand, am rolling very well on IFT.
Yeah, 6. I'm surprised it's 6. I would have thought it would have been lower. "15 shots, rolling 6. Pretty gross." Meanwhile, 14 morale checks on my side. When can wall advantage be claimed?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, sorry, just checking something. Yeah, I definitely feel like I need to reread literally everything about walls. Well, the C5 guy is gonna return the fire, so 2 up 2. Let's miss. Fire group of E5, F5, and G5. You know what? I'll also toss in the concealed guy in E6 as well. So that's 9, 13. Or sorry, 11 up 3. They cower. Or I think it's. So one thing I keep seeing that bugs me, because I'm not sure if I'm doing cowering right, is that it says like one unit or support weapon is marked as final. Oh, okay, I know what it means. Okay, never mind. Um, so instead of 11, it's 8. So it's a 7 on 8.
She's a 1 MC.
Yeah. Sorry.
So leader succeeds. Squad. Do I get the leader modifier for them or no?
Yeah, but they just pin again. So
Or they pin again.
they're double pinned.
Woohoo!
It goes off board.
Or do the horses count? That's a question.
Uh, no, the horses don't count because they're not considered enemy units. I think technically you're equidistant from B7 and E6, judging by my count, because you were an E8, right? So you're
Yep.
2 off board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think this would be 2, 4, or 2, 6 to E7 and 7 there. So I think it's equidistant. You can choose the crew or the 448s. All right, so they're pinned. No other attacks, so route phase. We can take off defensive, all that. This guy has to route. He can route to these hexes since he's not getting closer to anybody. So F0, G1, and we'll just do H1. Similarly, the guy in D4 can route south. So he'll route there for 1 or 1.5, and then might as well just go here for 3. I don't have any leaders left, so it doesn't really matter. I only got, well, 1 in a CC, but whatever. I think that's it for my routes.
Okay.
I don't think you have
any.
any. So advances.
Come on, you know you want to do it.
Yeah, CC5 helps at D4.
Okay.
And then everybody piles into F4. You know what? The Berserk guys won't. Berserk guys stay in their spot. The crew with the machine gun goes back to A7, and the guys in N8 advance to M8.
What marker on just out of curiosity?
So how it works for flames and blazes and stuff is that you can't have it spread or grow in the same phase or same turn in which it was created. That's what I recall, anyways. So it says a non-hampered flame may become ablaze in the advanced fire phase of every player turn other than the one in which it first appears. So to signify it, people just put a pin counter on them to remind them.
Yeah, no worries.
The squad in H2 advances to G2, and I think that's all I can do. CC phase. Might as well do the continuing one. Just get that out of the way. It's a 5-1 for me, which I think is just a 4-1. Is there 5-1? Yeah, 4-1. Finally get a kill. Don't have to worry about that one. Okay. Not that I can do anything with that, but didn't keep track of that. That's 1, 2, 4. All right. Yeah, let's do the gun first. There's no ambush possibility because it's open ground. They are lax though, so that will still apply, or at least it should apply to their thing. Leadership, ambush. There's no modifier for lax, like in general? Huh.
Are they considered inexperienced?
No. It's only. Wow, okay. I don't know why I didn't know that. That lax only applies to the ambush, not the actual CC. I guess. Hmm, okay. So that'll be a 2 to 1 for me, and I have the leader. Unless the leader can't apply. No, that I have to check. I feel
And
like
I'm at a 1. So
I'll just roll right now. 6, that'll be. Yeah, that's a kill.
that is also a kill.
I'm so mad right now, you have no idea. That's 2 for that guy, and then 2 for that. And then lastly, F4. Now that will be ambush, or ambush chance, anyways. Yeah, nothing happens. So that is a 6 to 5. So I'm at 1 to 1.
And I am a 3 to 6, so it's a 1 to 2. Well, I will attack just one of your guys. So
Right.
one.
That's nothing. Big ol' nothing on both sides.
Oh, does the leader modifier apply? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it does. Okay.
But 8 doesn't get anything.
No, I wanted to make sure.
All right, so that's a melee, and I think that's it.
That's a loss, yeah.
Nope, not yet. I got 2 CVP I can lose, or 1 CVP I can lose, and the second will be a loss.
All right.
So yeah, very close. Not that I assume that I'm gonna last that long, but
Weather change. Do you need to do anything with the fire?
no, that'll just be in the advanced fire phase.
All right, sounds good. I don't think I have any rallies to do.
I have none I can do, so it doesn't matter.
You want to repair that guy?
Yeah, that's different from, or at least yeah, nothing.
Prep a fire. I'm terrified of the berserk guy. We will fire at him again. I think I actually have an active position on him.
You should, yeah.
So that is going to be, I think it's a flat. Yeah, just flat.
+2 for building, -1 for act, -1 for range. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I can see. There's no way. There's no fucking way. This is so. I got diced. I can't believe how hard I got diced.
On 4, that's only an NMC. So
Nope, that's wrong. So a critical doubles the firepower and then reverses the TEM. So it is an 8 firepower and down 2, so it's a 4 and 8. And there's no way I'm getting diced. I'm super diced. I'm calling it. I don't care.
survived.
I've been so diced this game. It's wild. I think the what makes it more frustrating really is that because this is a smaller scenario, getting diced on it is like you feel it twice as much. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when half your force goes just gets nuked, it's like it's much more apparent than if it was a battalion of Russians versus a battalion of Germans.
Yeah. Uh, I want to know just out of curiosity, which of these guys is fake? Is it C3?
It's fun.
Hmm? C-
They're all fake.
yeah. Okay. It's what I thought. I was like, it's either C1 and D1 or it's C1 and C3. And I was like, I'll take my chances with D1 being fake. And that's why I sent the guys up there. Ugh. I think too losing like the I still haven't been doing fucking Molotovs.
Yeah, felt like right in here, you're probably going to take that out. I was a little surprised you committed the
I like I like
reinforcement.
how you don't remind me to do Molotovs. I'll give you the acquisition. I give you the
I you to do Molotovs down here.
the one time. Actually, I remembered to do Molotovs, so that was
Yeah,
easy.
well, I'm getting better at things.
What's my what's my? I would have missed all of them anyways.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised you didn't commit the reinforcements over here and just bonsai'd across.
So when I lost the squad and leader, like immediately, I was like, all right, well, I think I'm gonna need more firepower like right away. And because I wasn't sure at the time uh, which guys were fake or not, like I just there's something about this map and the last one where I don't like the setup because all of this is open ground. Like I feel like there's no good approach, and because I don't have smoke, I don't have any like auxiliary stuff. I feel like it just makes it that much harder.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I would have said is I would have focused maybe in here. I don't have enough troops to be thick everywhere. Like you saw, that was fake.
Yeah, but the problem is that so like not that I disagree. It's just that when you have two infantry guns that like immediately can start blasting, because where you're at, you have no modifiers to your shots, right? Like that's kind of my problem is that if I go this way, that's cool, but as soon as I get anywhere near, the infantry gun or guns will be placed or should be placed in a way where you can immediately maximize it. Uh, the the one thing you could say is like you know if I'd come from this direction and kind of made you guess if I'll have my units on the will come on the west, but you can just turn around. Like if you can turn around for free, it doesn't have the same sort of impact. So I don't know. I just I kind of wonder like what kind of play testing were they doing where uh, 11 squads versus one, two, three, seven, eight. 11 squads versus 8 and 2 guns. Actually, you have yeah, either 2 guns or an extra squad. So usually the I don't want to say disparity, but like the difference between the two groups is a little bit higher. Um, and maybe I'm not using bonsai charges properly or something. That could also be a thing, but
Yeah, and I see what you're saying. Like as soon as you get in, so that's why I was saying. Like you spend a couple turns basically kind of getting up into position, and then on turn three you just unload from both sides at once, so that I can't effectively react both ways. Like
yeah,
here
but
you kind of mailed it in on one side and then didn't do anything on the other side. So
yeah, but
I mean,
the
you really
fact
got
that
lucky. Like I'm not discounting that. You really did get hosed on your dice pretty much across the board. So
like I don't know. I guess it's just median 7 morale, and I'm rolling above that, and then like there's just so much. I just all this open ground just kind of really screwed me. I find because I don't know like if there was at least like a hindrance, I'd take it. You know, I'd be fine with it. But I don't know. It's weird. It's like, you know, you can set up the entire length of the map, but everything happens in the top left corner anyways. So like,
Yeah, when I first did that, I was like, I guess I could kind of defend down here, but what's the point? Like, all I want to do is just sucker off a few troops to keep them away from the village for a turn or two, you know?
yeah, but it's kind of just like the map is built so that like you're just gonna go in the top left corner anyways. Like, why would you go any? Why would you set up anywhere else, right? I don't know. There's something about this scenario that playing it, I'm bouncing off real hard.
Yeah,
Even like
no,
even disregarding the dice.
I gotta say, from my side, is the Russians, it's kind of dull. Like the only setup I have, the only quirks I have is like, who do I want to put out in the woods? Do I want to put anybody out in the woods?
Right, and
Otherwise,
that's kind of like the thing, right? Like you'll just why would you ever not set up in the top left?
yeah, like I said, I had two units. I had one unit that was just kind of like hanging out, just off over there, just to kind of hopefully pull some troops down into that corner away from
Hmm.
the and it worked out to my advantage because I rolled that melee really helped me, you know. And then I had the obviously the dummies down there in the house to kind of just say, okay, you got to actually try it, you know.
Well, I
Um,
mean, the only melee that didn't go your way was this one. Everything else went well for you.
then I had a unit hipped. I was actually, if you were going to come out down here, it was just kind of there. I probably should have fired him when you did the bonsai charge and you popped out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wasn't even thinking about it. The I gotta bump the um, how faint the hip units are. So I should remember that they're
That's
there.
how effective. That's how surprising the bonsai charge was. You just didn't expect it to the point where some guys didn't even shoot.
But they were just kind of like hey, we're gonna like hang back and let you kind of get ahead of us, and then we'll maybe talk about encircling or something like that. So back there, that was my thought with that. And I was like, they're conscripts, they suck. What the hell, you know?
I honestly kind of assumed that the guys that you had initially down there, I was like, oh, that'll either be the conscripts or they're fake, and then you'll have the hit conscripts like adjacent, like M9, as like a double fake out or something.
Yeah, I had a unit down here just to kind of like
Oh
kind of
yeah,
make
yeah, the
it.
partisans, sure, but
Um, I really have no idea why the hell they've got like retreat rules for the Russians. I mean, I think realistically, if you're doing well, I can maybe get like two units out. Like you were saying, like you could load up the infantry guns, but eh.
yeah, it's kind of like there's nothing. There's I don't know. There's no. Um, I think because of the way that the scenario is written, how small the forces are, it's like you're you kind of know you're going where you're going to deploy. There's no or set up. There's no uh, there's no reason to ever change it, right? And like you just okay, the Japanese has to figure out exactly how they're going to do it and not constantly roll 8 or more.
like the other weird thing is that the removal rules kind of want me to not put my guns in trenches because once they're in trenches, they can't move. So
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter.
yeah, it's very I don't know. It's very weird. And the wagons are just kind of like, yay, okay.
Yeah, I also don't get like you get 3 wagons. I guess it's so that you could load like 5 squads into a wagon and just like cart it off. But like again, why
With
would
five
you?
spots to cart off, I've won. I
Yeah,
killed enough of your.
exactly.
There's no point, you know.
It-
I mean,
yeah,
I was looking at it, I was like, okay, I'm either going to win by killing off. My strategy was I just got to kill off as many Japanese as quickly as possible to hit that trigger number. I was not even expecting to hold the buildings, to be honest.
yeah,
Like, I feel like they're kind of a boondoggle a little bit because it's like I'm either going to kill enough of you that you're not going to be able to get into the buildings significantly, and I'm probably going to win from casualties, or I'm just going to lose outright. You're going to just break the shit out of me, and I'm going to be retreating back up towards C1D1.
mm. I think it's also I don't know. I also don't like the fact that like Molotovs are just so dumb to try and get, and like they take away the stealthy from the first line squads, and it's like why? Of all things, like I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how you get the historical result without like the Japanese getting a fair bit of dice luck, to be honest.
I'm rating this a one.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
going to the archive and rating this as poorly as possible.
I like the unit density. Like, I think the Japanese probably need a few more squads. But I like these smaller scenarios. I think it's much faster to kind of crank through.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Did
What's
we miss something?
no, but I want to see what exactly that change is because otherwise I can't what's the map normally have? Do you remember what was here before the overlay?
I don't, but we can probably take the overlay off, can we?
No. No, you can't nope. I feel like overlays is the one thing you can't take off. I have to check the options. Help, counter controls.
Yeah, I didn't put them in. I put them in on the map board. I did not put them in as part of the like individuals.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
you can grab it even if it's brought in after. It's dumb. Anyways, I
let me pull up the actual.
because I feel like if that's an orchard, uh, that's something. At least it's something.
What's the hex number?
G3.
Guess what it is?
It's grain.
Orchard.
Yeah, it's orchard. I feel like I've yeah I think if that was still an orchard, that'd be nicer. Is there any errata we missed? I'm curious. This is what FT-128, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
no errata, no nothing. Weird.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't think that they've played these a lot. Like, I suspect they got maybe one or two playthroughs.
So I think the one of the things that I remember someone mentioning was that like nobody got to the end of this pack. Like if you look on the ASL archive, nobody like it's very rare to see plays on like the later ones. And some people were saying like, "Oh, that's just because like by the time people got to the late scenarios in the pack, people were just burnt out on the pack." So nobody played them.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I don't know. I think there's enough variety here, and there's enough wackiness that it's keeping me interested. I guess. Um, yeah, and now that I've discovered the joys of chucking DCs left, right, and center, it certainly perked me up a bit.
Some
And
guy
we're
wrote
past the
Somebody got a Japanese win says a shootout in the style of old Western movies, featuring Japanese cavalry blasting away on horseback and hurling Molotovs at retreating Reds. Two Japanese squadrons on horseback tore through the flank of the defense and ran rampant in the rear of the defense, flinging Molotovs and cavalry charging against a 9-1 leader, several wagons, and an infantry gun. The demoralized Reds conceded shortly thereafter. Lots of options for setup and attack. Truly a unique action in ASL. I disagree with literally everything. How does this
yeah, like
guy
what
how
did
does
I
this
miss?
guy even
Broken ground?
survive? Cavalry gets a -2 automatic. And that's not even I
Wow.
forget is is the -2 cavalry on top of first fire open ground and stuff? Or is it just flat and -2? This
I
guy was
suspect.
probably must have been rolling like fucking heat of battle the entire time. Just twos left, right, and center.
Can you do a cavalry wave attack? Can you bonsai the cavalry?
So you can charge with cavalry, which I never do because I don't ever feel comfortable having cavalry to begin with. So cavalry may charge a known enemy occupied location, provided declares a charge versus that location while in the LOS, and range of 3 or more hexes. So essentially, to like get up to speed. Um, so you can gallop, pays 3 movement factors to make the attack. After undergoing all defensive subsequent first fire or final protective fire, it then, if still able, attacks its target with triple point blank fire Molotovs, if able, neither halved for mounted fire nor penalized for the horse's CX status. Thereafter, it need not declare a further charge during that movement phase until it actually enters a new target hex. Each charging unit attacks separately unless moving as a stack. So essentially, what you can do is with cavalry is like you could charge a unit, and if you still have movement, you can charge a second unit and charge and charge and charge. But like, I cavalry takes cavalry is always subject to a -2 IFT or ordnance to hit DRM when fired upon. Uh, oh, it's not cumulative with first fire movement, open or nozzle movement. But like, you're still going to, if you have hot dice like you had, then it doesn't matter if I'm on horseback or not. I'll still get mowed down.
So I think you can bonsai cavalry charge.
Yeah, you can cavalry wave.
Yeah, so you could bonsai.
Essentially, I don't think there's anything in the cavalry thing that says so, but it just says like as a human wave. So yeah, I assume you can, but like, okay, you bonsai charge. I have 8 morale instead of 7. If I'm rolling above 8s or above, it's not. Sadly, it's not helping.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah,
Like I
where
can I can see the value in it. I just don't think like with the dice that you had tonight that I would have been able to.
yeah, it would have been rough. I don't know. Where else could I have set up the trenches? It would have been more interesting. I'm not sure exactly
Uh,
where.
hmm. It's
I guess
it's.
further back in the village a little bit. I don't know. That's
I mean, again, like because you can set up like down here. It's like, what if you just like set up a uh, like there's not even a point because like if you set a trench here or here or here or whatever, it's like you can just give those up, or they kind of just end up being useless. But you still pull back to here. I have a feeling like the guy who left that review or comment of the game, like the Russian player must have played up front.
yeah. I got to be honest. I was like, why would I do that? Like the
Yeah,
whole my firepower is crap. Like I literally am like, okay, I've got two decent units. I have a couple of first line infantry basically, and that's it. And the infantry guns are nice, but yeah, for firepower they're okay. They're not like
I kind of like looking at it too. I kind of question like should the Russians even get a fortified building? Like, how strong is that? You have an
yeah,
infantry gun that I can't enter into, so you just blast away immediately.
yeah, like I was kind of like, okay, then it's just a question of where it is. Like I thought about putting stuff down here, but then I was like, you're just gonna be next to me, and you're Japanese, so you're better at melee.
Yeah.
It's so I was kind of assuming this was just a blood 'em, and then we'll try and defend a little bit further back with whatever's left.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, and the fact that the trenches are worth victory points, it's like, why the hell would I give them up out here where I can't support them at all from the main position?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I
not going
kind
to
of.
stick an infantry gun like down here. Like that's dumb. Like I guess I could defend at the edge there, but then you can see that. So why would you just deploy over here and kind of right hook it or left hook it
Yeah.
through the forest there? Like I don't have enough troops to cover here and here and here and here. It's like
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely a weird scenario.
yeah. I mean, if you choose to go, okay, we're gonna push it out to the the wood line basically. So like up here and maybe over here, down
Hmm.
here, then yeah, I could see it. But why? It's pine woods. Like no, everybody moves through it like super quick, and uh, your TEMs are horrible. So get back in the buildings as fast as you can.
Yeah, I think it's funny too because it's like if, if a building completely rubbled or ablaze is worth double LVP, and it's like okay, but like I only get one DC. I can only potentially rubble something once, unless like I guess theoretically the critical that you got could have theoretically uh, uh, blown up the building, but whatever. It's
You
like
know what I would say? Okay,
yeah,
I'll take the building loss for the unit loss.
two LVP for two CVP, no big deal.
I mean, I think
See
the
who runs
scenario.
out first.
I think it would be interesting if there was the victory point total, but not the CVP loss. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Just like how I think if you're going to give the Japanese Molotovs, then I don't think they should have to roll for it. Type idea.
Yeah, yeah, it's whatever. Well,
Cause like the it says like may attempt to kindle without a leader or normal task check. Cause normally like it's like oh you have to task check and then do the kindling roll. It's like okay, but so you're saying they have Molotovs, so just I don't know. Give him a -1 for using Molotovs.
I feel like sometimes these folks are like, that would be fun. We can't do that. All right, so we're on to FE1, I think.
uh, yeah, it's one of the two here. Let me just see if I can pull it up. This. So we are on at the crossroads. So CH 53. And I'll send the
I've got it already.
yeah, but there's an errata that's on the archive, so I'll just send that to you directly.
Do you want to be defending? You want to do the polls this time?
Uh, I don't. We could do poll, I guess. Yeah, I'll put a poll in the thread, and we'll see what the consensus is. Say like by Wednesday, Wednesday
Can I
evening.
make a suggestion?
Hmm?
Why don't you put it up for like the next like 3 scenarios or 4 scenarios? Like let's give them a choice of like multiple scenarios in advance so that they can just kind of all do it together.
Yeah, I guess I could.
If you want, it's obviously your deal, but I think that might be a little better, like kind of batch together, like you know whatever, like maybe these 2 scenarios because they're both Polish scenarios, right?
Well, I figured if anything, we could do like 1-1, like whoever attacks one will attack the next one, just so that there's that nice. Or
Yeah, so
actually,
that's what I'm saying. Maybe give them the details of both scenarios so that they know, like, okay, if you give them the attack in this one, it's going to be the defender in this one, and vice
yeah,
versa.
yeah. I think the only problem is just like the sometimes the thread's pretty slow.
Well, I'll try and pop in with some pithy comments here and there.
Um, right. So what's that scenario? I just want to see what the difference is from what it's saying. So it says replace entry instructions with on adjacent to 43Y1. Oh, that makes way more sense.
Well, yes, because otherwise,
Yeah, yeah. You put residual on one hex, like good luck, buddy.
that just getting them in and out is like,
there's there's a I don't know if I should say it's a famous scenario, but there's a scenario that has like a very similar vein where it's Japanese versus American, um, and essentially I think it's the Americans that are defending, and the Japanese have to go through, but they enter through a road hex, and you can put a foxhole slash trench on the road hex, and so they literally like can't get through, and the entire scenario is like you have to chase after the Americans. So you lose like an immediate turn of movement, which is killer because you can't do anything about it. It's like this weird oversight.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts. I have a dumb question. On the scenario, what's the number in brackets after where it says Soviet moves first?
Oh, so that is a thing that nobody uses at all ever. um, it's called battlefield integrity. So there's a page on it, A16. So it says in recognition that even simple record keeping is offensive to so many, this rule is considered optional. Um, so battlefield integrity rules are never used in any scenario where either side begins play with less than 10 squad equivalents. So hyper small scenarios don't count. Um, and sometimes it only applies to one side as that scenario implies. How it works is the integrity base is the number of multi-man counter points a side can lose before it must check for battlefield integrity. So uh, what ends up happening is as soon as you lose over that amount, you you roll dice and see if your entire ELR number goes down by one.
Yeah, actually, for this one, the Russians would lose for every 2 to 3 squads. Like every 2.5 squads, they lose an ELR
Uh, BPV,
because it's 10% of that number. So every 5 BPV.
yeah. So like you lose those, you do an integrity check, you get over 12, your current ELR goes down by one. Um, you can't go below zero, so I guess, um, but that's always sucks because that means that as soon as you fail a morale check, you ELR. There's a couple scenarios out there that start you off like that, but they are very rare.
Yeah. No offense, but I don't really see any particular need to use it.
Yeah, Battlefield Integrity is the honestly the only reason to use Battlefield Integrity is really only the adjacent version, which applies to campaigns. So in a campaign game, because it goes over multiple days, you most campaigns will have this. I don't know if all of them do, but um, you can have that sort of that integrity loss, so to speak, and have your ELR go down by one.
Sure, no. I can see where that would be useful if you've got a continuing thing where it just represents your guys just getting worn down and
Yeah,
tired and all the rest of it. So,
like it's going to happen on Stalingrad for sure. It
like,
is
I'm not
impossible to get away
opposed
from
to
it.
it. It just feels very fiddly for.
Yeah, it's like it's surprising how many scenarios do have those numbers there, but I don't know anybody who's ever played Battlefield Integrity.
You actually I don't even know why they put it because it doesn't apply.
Wait, why doesn't it apply? Does
Battlefield integrity. Battlefield integrity will. Let's see. Uh, Battlefield integrity rules are never used in any scenario where either side begins play with less than 10 squad equivalents.
Oh yeah,
So
so
I'm sure you don't have 10 squad equivalents. Like even with the.
that is correct.
So yeah, it wouldn't apply no matter what.
Like unless is there anything in the SSRs? On either side, a quarter holes. Oh, so essentially, yes, you were correct. The this is a bad omen about critical hit, where they're like, yeah, there's battlefield integrity. Sorry, sir, I'm gonna raise my hand. You can't have battlefield integrity. Sit down, Johnson. We're putting it in anyways.
Yeah. Now, well, this should go quick. I have a feeling.
Oh yeah. Like the fact that there's 5 squads to 10. This will be if we're complaining about getting diced now.
Well, I don't know if you're looking at the boards. Like it's literally like triple the size of the scenario that we faced.
I also like how on the card 43 is vertical, but 38 is not.
Well, quality control.
All
Uh,
right.
yeah, we'll get the vote and we'll see where we're going.